Hey, Shalom. It's the brother Kunah. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radas. Peace and blessings to all the brothers in this truth. Back at you with another video. I'm not sure what I'm going to entitle this one, but I'm going to jump straight into it. See, what you see here is a comment from, me and my brother Kadash. Our last week's camp we did, and it was posted on his page. As you see, some woman commented, and she was just leaving like a comment to us, kind of just like, just telling us what she thought about it, and how much of a good thing it was. And I'm doing a video on this not because we want praise from man, right, or woman. It's because it's to show like that you never know who you reaching, no matter how many views you get, no matter how like your platform. You can have a small platform and you can have a big platform, but there's always someone watching it, and so you never know who you reaching. And so that just kind of lets you know that, or that kind of gives you the ambition or the motivation that you need to continue to push through, and to keep putting up videos and keep doing the work. You know what I mean? Just like I said, because you never know who you getting to. And so this work is not in vain, even though it might seem like it. So I'm gonna read this comment that she put up, and then after that I'm gonna jump into a few scriptures that I got. It says, I am, well, you see her name, at Valeria Gulama May 52, something like that. They say, I am so proud of you guys for speaking the truth. I really like the way that you are dressed in your fringed garments and honoring the Most High. I want my son to watch your videos and to learn something, because he's seeking answers, and he can learn a lot from you and from the other men of Israel in these last days. I believe that my son has a special calling too, just like you, but he has been influenced by the wrong people. I speak blessings upon you and for your continued protection from the Most High and the work that you do. Shalom. And so, yeah, I just want to say thank you to that sister, even though she might not see this video. I'm not going to tag her in it or not like that, but I want to say thank you to that sister. Or I don't know, I might tag her in it. But I want to say thank you to that sister. And yeah, so that's the reason why we do what we do. Because we believe that we're going to be saved, and we doing this for a true cause. You know what I mean? And it's to keep us from falling victim to all the abominations of the world, and to separate us from the people who don't believe, or who not trying to become, or to separate us from the people who don't believe and who's not trying to save themselves in these last days. So I'm gonna jump straight into the scriptures. This is 2 Timothy 2. This is NLT. It says, endure suffering along with me as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, right? Endure suffering with me, because we know when the Lord was here, and he was out on the highways and byways, he was out speaking to the people, trying to reach his people, you know what I'm saying? And he went through, he went through a lot of tribulation, he went through being mocked, you know what I'm saying, being ridiculed, talked about, you know what I'm saying, out there, and people thinking he a fool for being out there. So this is what we doing. We enduring that suffering with the Lord, right? Because we are trying to be true Christians, right? Because what it really means to be a Christian is to be a follower of Christ. And so that's what we trying to do. So everything that we know that he was doing when he was here and he walked the earth, we trying to do it. Just like it tells us to get out there on the highways and byways, right? And so that's why we out there on the highways and byways. right? Verse 4, it says, soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life, for then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them. So that's what we trying to prevent. Now we know that we not perfect, right? And that we are still in our human bodies, and we're gonna face temptation on a day-to-day basis. But that's why we try to stay grounded in this truth, because we know that those type of temptations is gonna face us. And so we try to prepare ourselves ahead of time for when those temptations try to come and knock us off our square. We already have that shield of the Lord around us, right? This is 2 Timothy 4. I'm gonna just read verse 6. It says, for I am now ready. What should I read? Verse 6, it says, for I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. Verse 7, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to endure to the end. So when you see us out there on the highways and byways, and we preaching, keep the law, and we speaking and we reaching out to our people, we fighting the fight. You know, it's not easy getting up every week and going out there and doing what you see me and the brother doing. It might, I mean, to some people it might look easy, but it's not. You got to stay consistent. Well, I've been out there now. I think this at the end of this year, going into the next year, I'll be working on my 4th year. You know, I think the brother, he was out there like 2 years before me, so he working on his 6th or 7th. You know what I mean? So we've been really out there, you know, putting the work in, and we got the proof, and we got the videos and all of that to prove that we've been out there consistently. Right? But we give all praises to the Most High, because he gives us the ability to be able to do that continuously. What was this? I know it's verse 19. This is Galatians 3 and 19. It says, why then was the law given? Because when you see us out there, that's what we're doing. We preaching the law. Right, we're trying to preach our people to come back into our culture, come back into this truth, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's how you get salvation. And so that's why when a lady in that comment, she said, I like how you dressed in your fringes, because it tells us in the book of Numbers to wear fringes, wear our garments with fringes in a border of blue. Why? Because when we look down and we see the border of blue, and the border of blue is going to remind us to keep the laws. So that's why we wear them. That's why we out there. And so we out there, we trying to be the example that we trying to preach to the people. Right? It says, why then was the law given? It was given alongside the promise to show people their sins. But the law was designed to last only until the coming of the child who was promised. God gave his law through angels to Moses, who was the mediator between God and the people. So now that don't mean that we don't have to follow the law. Now that Yahushua came and Christians say he fulfilled the law, right? But that's not what that means. So he didn't die for our sins for us to continue to live in sin. That's not why he died. It's just saying that the law was given to us to follow, so that we can inherit and be, like I was saying earlier, followers of Christ. And we can inherit the same thing he inherited, which was salvation. This is John 16 and 33. It says, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And that's what you see us trying to do, overcome this world, you know. I've been going back and forth with my family since I've been into this walk about why I don't celebrate my kids' birthdays, and that I'm being selfish, and why I don't give them holidays, because that's not how we was raised, you know, and so on and so forth. And I've been kind of deemed like the black sheep of my family, to be honest with you, but I'm okay with that, because I know that I fear the Lord, and I know what I'm really doing. I know what I'm doing, even though they might not understand it, but I understand it, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do. That's the goal, of trying to overcome this world And I'm going to teach my family to overcome this world too. And I'm not trying to please nobody else but the Most High. This is Revelation 18:4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So when we participate in all of these abominations, these pagan holidays, and we doing all of this, you know, eating all of these abominable foods like majority of the people in our family is doing, and you know, we following the trends of the world, we are participating in the abominations of the world. And what we are doing, whether we know it or not, we are partaking the plagues and the sins that's going to come onto this place. So that's really what we're doing. So now you got us, we out here on the highways and byways, you know, we preaching, trying to get our people to do the opposite. Why? Because we don't want to be partakers of them plagues that's coming to America. It's just as simple as that. Verse 5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities." And it's the same way with people too. So we got to come out of that. Oh wait, so this is Revelation 2 verse 17. It say, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone," which the white stone symbolizes purity. "And in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it." So that's what we trying to do, man. We trying to get that white stone. We trying to get purity. You know what I'm saying? And we just not trying to be destroyed with this place and the rest of the people who don't believe and who not trying to follow after the Lord's ways. This is Romans 12:3. It says, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according to God have dealt to every man the measure of faith. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office." Was that the one I wanted? Hold on, so look. It's 2:4. Yeah, come. This is I'm gonna go back up Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So just like I said earlier, that we doing what we doing because this is what we out there on the highways and byways, because that is what pleases the Lord. To be out there on the highways and byways, you know what I mean, and trying to wake up the lost sheep. Verse 3 again, "For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith." Because we're not doing this by the power of ourselves, right? The Lord is working through us. So when you see us out there and you see us putting these videos and stuff up, don't look at it as being us, as being the ones that's getting up every day and that's building the strength up in ourselves to do it. No, it's the Lord putting it in us, and He's doing that for a reason. Verse 4, it says, "For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office." So me and Kadash, we out there, we playing our role as far as the body, because there's multiple, groups out there in Israel putting the work in, doing the videos out there on the highways and byways. So us collectively is a body, and we just playing our role as part of the body. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this video. Hopefully this was edifying. Till the next time I say shalom.